All right, we back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another King Kaito Twitch Podcast. Your host with the most, the KINGKAITO, King Kaito here. Before we get started on the topic at hand, I would just like to make sure everyone who is here or shows up here, make sure to please make yourself at home and to add other people on here if you want to. Just to my goal right now is probably get up to at least 50 people. Like just give me at least a little bit of boost so I can get up to 50 followers so I can be affiliate in the near future. By I started back on, if I can remember, I think it was like what's the day? The 18th? I started back on the 16th. And if you could just add some people here to just, like follow me, give me a like or anything, that'd be really appreciated. But again, it's if you want to. Just to make sure. Today's topic is going to be on the topic of, it's going to be on the, random rhetoric topic of anime talk. If anyone is cool with anime talk, please just feel free to give all your anime analysis and stuff on here while I eat my bag of chips. So, the whole stuff for anime talk is gonna be very simple. Just how you got into anime. What's your favorite anime? What's your least favorite anime? And stuff like that. It just depends on y'all. Because it's definitely not, at a point of me forcing anyone to do anything. That would be terrible. I think that's low enough. So it's not bordering any crazy lines of hearing. Me, how I got into watching anime was when I was 3 years old. And eventually I randomly saw on television Yu-Gi-Oh! I was just like, yo, what is this? They fighting and battling for cards? Cards, dog? That's something interesting. I didn't know they was battling over stuff like that. That's crazy. And ever since then, I was into Yu-Gi-Oh for a good long while. I don't think I'm an avid Yu-Gi-Oh fan how I was before. Like right now, I definitely can't even remember most of the stuff that I saw when I was little. If I could, maybe I could go back and just, look up some old Yu-Gi-Oh episodes and stuff like that, but that's definitely how I started really knowing anime and being an anime fan. Uh, how I am right now when it comes to anime, it's definitely at the point now where it's like I'm more into action anime. I'm more into stuff like Baki, Dragon Ball Z. I'm more into Kengan Ashura, those types of anime. And stuff like that, I'm what's a bigger fan of that. Also, I do like comedy in anime. I really like comedy type anime a lot, like Konosuba, No Game No Life, Golden Boy, Great Teacher Onizuka. I love stuff like that because it's good comedy. It's not like the very serious like superhero type mess all the time. I'm not that much of a fan of it. If anybody hear me crunching or anything right now, I decided to just snack on here just to do something a little different. I might make that a normal reoccurrence if it's funny enough for me. What I have right here is I'm snacking on this flaming hot puffs by Cheetos, of course. I wonder, one of those days, should I do a whole stream with just me snacking and eating if people would watch? I should have called this ASMR stream. I mean, I could eventually, but not right now, of course. I might do that more often, you know. It's kind of funny to me. Um, I might rename that, you know. I might actually rename it that right now. There we go. The real question is, can your mic pick up your blinking? I don't know if it could do that. Wet or crusty. That is comedy. Wet or crusty. That is comedy. um, now I don't think it can. I don't think it works like that, unfortunately. If it could just, get your blinks and stuff in. Big is definitely picking up the chewing at least. The first friend I made, I made do had crusty blinks. The other had it too. Then I made him do it again, and it was wet. Wow. Wet, soppy blinks. So how's y'all day been? Also, can y'all hear the music in the background? Oh, mukbang. All right. I'll call it audio, really. There we go. Wait, just mukbang? You said? Like, don't add anything else. Pretty good. Pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm like lower into it. Oh, my bad. My bad. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. No, no, I did ASMR tag already. I did that. That's definitely there. But oh, Fairhorn, what's up? What's good, man? Hey, though you showed up here. I might do more mukbang streams. That might be my whole thing. I'm just gonna do mukbangs. That's gonna be my whole thing. And just let everybody listen to music. Maybe even just if I could hook my Discord up to this, I could just play music on my streams and stuff. Yay! There you go, Pharaoh. First time chat. All right. I summoned Pharaoh Slayer Imp, and I equipped the Black Horn of Horniness on him. There we go. Yeah. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Let's give it some time to jam to some music and stuff like this. Make sure it's not too loud or anything. And it just feels good to just have simple stuff like me seeing the audio. Seeing the actual texting y'all doing. Just fills my heart so good to know that that's at least working. Because before it didn't. Yeah, it's definitely it. This what I enjoy. I enjoy friendly streams. So you definitely got the premise of like how mukbang should be. Yeah, just talking with people, just getting the time to interact with people. Uh, this could be this to me. I think is the better way to cope inside with me not having much materials when it comes to like maybe a PC or stuff. But that, of course, I should care about. I can always just like have people to talk to right now. This isn't, like a competition when it comes to Twitch. This is just me relaxing and kicking it with the gang. Mm. Mm-hmm. Listening to some good old Gangstar. Yeah. Mm. 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 I probably got more songs in there, but I'm not really sure. Not really too sure, but it is what it is with the. We're up to 3 viewers. That's good. If y'all guys have time, just bring more people in so we could just have random conversations like this. This is always fun. Just the randomness is what I love about it. I was thinking about you when I was like, let me do mukbangs because you always said you eat Takis. I don't think I've ever met you without you saying, "Yo, I ate some Takis." It's like your lifeblood. Whatever I do, whatever I do, nothing in the rest. Whatever I do, I choose to do. Yo, Lewis, what's good, man? It should be up to 4 people now, unless that third person just dipped off. Yeah. Ooh, I got 5. Ooh, all right. Taking one step at a time. Then get the notification that you went live. Oh, my bad. I should I always have a problem with that. What I'll do definitely is I'll just put, every one of the streams that I go live, I'm gonna just put it in my general chat, because unfortunately, stream notifications blocks people from doing that. Unfortunately, and I don't get it. Well, I mean, I do get it. It's just like the people who have it go on. Yeah. Oh yeah. I just I don't. I'm new to that, so I don't know if like rerun is a good thing or not. Let me just fix that and do that right now to get more people in there a little bit. Also, Lewis, what I said I would do is I would be on my my channels or my servers general or private, and I just accept music and have people use Fredboat and just put music in there, whatever they want to play. I'll make sure that it's at least low enough so it's not like too crazy to the viewer's ears and I don't get too big of a copyright. But even if so, I'm not doing this for any riches or glory. I'm doing this for fun. Okay, at least you. Well, I think you got it. All right. So who's ready to talk about some anime? All right, let's get some of that anime talk since we have a little time to kill. Uh, as I said when I was little, the first anime I actually saw was Yu-Gi-Oh, and I wish I was big to Yu-Gi-Oh as I was before, but sadly I'm not. But that's them breaks. That's them breaks. But it was definitely one of those things that I was glad to watch when I was little because it got me introduced to anime. And I still love Yugi and characters like that. But I worked my way up to like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto. Ponyo. All right. Or Ponyo if it's actually called. Oh yeah. How Hayao Miyazaki's stuff, yeah. I could definitely see, yeah. I wish I could watch more of his movies because he makes a lot of gem of movies, but I haven't got too deep into them before. But I'll definitely give it a try soon. Also, is it true that they're eventually trying to make a Ponyo 2? Like is that actually real or is that like a fan thing that they doing? Because I hope it's real because I know a lot of people love stuff like that. I don't know, never heard of that. Oh. Oh, I see. You just remember seeing that when you was little. I understand now. I thought you watched watched it when you was little. Um, but anime that I watch now is definitely similar to how I am with fighting games. I like a lot of action anime. Yes. Okay, so Pokemon, that's reasonable. If you're into Pokemon first, that's definitely reasonable to have Pokemon up there. Then Digimon, which is like the mirror image of that. Fun fact: I actually played a Digimon game before I played a Pokemon game. I forgot what Digimon game it was, but it was on the Game Boy Advance or just Game Boy in general. I remember playing that first before anything else, which was funny. Okay, so it's then Digimon, then Dragon Ball Z, then Yu-Gi-Oh. But the one that really got me into anime, yeah, it was Naruto. It's definitely Naruto. That's when I was like, I put a lot of time into when it was Naruto. As a kid, I was invested solely into Naruto more than anything else, but then after a while, other anime, especially when Dragon Ball Z Kai actually showed up on Nicktoons, that's when it really took my time. And the weird one that I didn't put too much investment in was weirdly One Piece. But then eventually I start watching One Piece stuff. But yeah, One Piece, unfortunately for me, I I don't want to say it's too long, cause Dragon Ball Z is long, but I want to say it's long for the pacifist of Dragon Ball Z started and ended. Ah, Bleach, yeah, Bleach. Man, I used to when I watched Bleach, I was that type of little kid that was like, yo, this seems like I need to watch this now. And it was definitely one of those fun stories to watch. But then after a while, I was just like, nah. But I love Kenshin though. Uh, I think it's Rurouni Kenshin. I love Kenshin. I love the character of Kenshin himself. I wish I could dress up as him one year. Even if it's just the big dude version, I really want to dress up as Kenshin because that's one of my favorite characters to go from a killer to not a pacifist, but a person that's like, I don't want to kill you. If you're going to battle me, we're going to battle in a more like non-killable way. I respect that so much of a character. And of course, Inuyasha. No one's gonna if you don't say Inuyasha once or twice, I don't think people are gonna be like they gonna look at you weird. They gonna really do like the side eye. It's that and Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the other gems that you really have to get into. What many people don't talk about though, which I think more people should, because some of the premise of that series is fun, is Saint Seiya. Uh, Kenshin is one I haven't seen, but I heard. but heard it was a classic. I did hear that where I mean that's where Oda got his start as an assistant for the mob. An assistant. All right, that's good. That's nice. He was an assistant. Well, I wonder if that's like some of the the unique thoughts that he had with characters such as Zoro or like Mihawk, where it's like really strong sword oriented characters. Cause I think one of the things that fascinate me about One Piece is the characters that they have. Like anime in general has some of like the craziest like power leveled characters, but I think One Piece always has some of my favorites. As a child, I used to hate Mihawk, but now I love him. I love Mihawk as this type of I'm the best swordsman on the planet, and I know it, but I don't really care that much. I'm like, yo, I'm the best. No one's taking that from me. No one. But I choose to be low key about it. I love that. I love characters like that. Eddie, what's good? We in here eating a little bit of some flaming, flaming hot Cheetos Puffs. Tomorrow I might do another snack and just do like mukbang, you know, videos and stuff. Senshi. Look, Senshi. Oh, cabal. ah! Ah! Oh, Jesus. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if he had any other name, but those are definitely the names that I think about. I should really have a wrestling topic one of these days while I'm doing another mukbang. Um, I think tomorrow I said we're doing one for television, but today it's mainly for anime while I'm doing this. But yeah, let's see any obscure anime that any of you all want to kind of talk about, cuz there's some anime where you really have to dig down deep to find it, and people are just like, I've never heard of this before. I, I don't know if there's much obscure anime, because when I was little I used to say like something as crazy as like Great Hero Onizuka was obscure, but then I found people like Deros and all those other individuals that like, no, that is a gem. That is not obscure. So that's that's fun to me that people like crazy stuff like that, like I do, because I love anime like that. Golden Boy, I will die on a hill. The OVAs of it are incredible. When it's not him trying to be like this super serious. I love goofy characters. For many people who don't know, one of my favorite anime characters is Saitama. Not because he's the strongest. No. That's not even most of the reason. It's because he takes nothing seriously except for the things you don't supposed to. He's not supposed to take being late for stuff seriously. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about that. Bo. That's dang. I was thinking. I'm like, I know there's one that I'm not thinking about. That's a good one. That's a good one. For one of the most obscure anime at the time, the big one was Zero No, the Familiar of Zero. One of the first light novel based series I've heard. Interesting. Ah, yeah, that one. Okay, I remember that one. Yeah. I don't know what's the premise with, like most pink haired girls being tsunderes, but I definitely remember her being one of the biggest ones. But and they always have a premise of, you know, being that way, but that's a different story for a different time. That one was a trip whenever I caught a glimpse of it. Yeah, you always get something crazy when it comes to that. I just have so many clips of that. The human brain curse. No, Lenny, now you want it. Now you want. For those who are not aware of this situation, we call Lenny, or at least I and a bunch of some other friends, call Lenny a tsundere. Because he has moments of it. A lot. You have a lot of tsundere moments more than anything else. You have a lot of it. I don't think you even want to know that you have a lot of moments where you you have a lot of them. Grr. Yeah, yeah. Be mad about it. You know what you are. Be proud of it. If you know you're that, just say that. As for most recent obscure hidden gems, I want to welcome Demon School. I believe I saw Demon School. Yep, 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 yep. I watched that. Yep. Also, for people who are into this franchise, let's think about the craziest thing, okay? I believe the principal or the higher up of that school is voiced by Kiryu. Let that sink in. Kiryu Kazuma, Mr. Dragon of Dojima, voices one of the characters in there, and is like he you could tell he has moments where he's like serious, but most of the time the character's like goofy and like kid like, even though he looks like a grown man. And I'm like, yo, Eddie G, thank you for the follow, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. I thought it was follow. Oh, it's all good, it's all good. This should definitely bring my follow followers to like 20, which is good. I didn't even think I was gonna get 20, so thank you so much, man. Thank you. I've only seen the first season. Need to start the second time. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely one you should really try to look for. I think I said before I'm really now into Baki. Like any Baki series, whether it's Baki the Grappler Baki if it's called, just straight up Baki or Baki Hanma. It's one of my favorite series just because it really does not even hide the fact that it's about strength, it's about fighting, it's about all of that. No one cares about anything else when you watch it. It's not supposed to be a story about it. It's disrespect, craziness, all of that into one. That's its philosophy. Also, yes, Lenny, let me go back for a second. You are you, and you're Sundere. We're gonna stop right there. But is Kengan Ashura? I think Kengan Ashura is. Would I say it's better? No, no, I don't think I would say it's like technically better for me personally, because it's definitely up there. It's definitely like if Baki is number one, Kengan is like number two. Kengan is definitely number two. And then what have I watched when it comes to anime that much? Cause I have watched like back and forth. I've watched Konosuba. I watched like clips. I really need to watch it the whole way of No Game No Life, because that's marvelous. I went to a point where I was like, I watched it, then gave up. I hate myself for that, because I'm like, I shouldn't have gave up on that, because that's a great anime. And then what was the one I'm thinking about? It was one where the dude's name was like Lloyd. Like the dude's full name was Lloyd, and his whole gimmick was, "Hey, right here, I'm the strongest." Oh, okay. It's the Magical Adventures in a New World. I believe that's the name of it. It's either that or Tatoba Last Dungeon. It's one of them. That anime, I love it just because Lloyd, when he walks in there, anytime he does, it's just like, oh man, this is gonna be a little bit challenging. I'm nervous. I wonder what I'm supposed to do. He just wrecks everything. His whole gimmick is I wreck everything because he's the strongest in that new place he's in. But in his own like old village, he's the weakest. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But I love a premise like that where everybody in the old world is like awesome obscure strength. Like insane strength. And he's the weakest, but his weakness is still the strongest in other places. I love premises like that. Let's see what other topics that we could talk about. I do get in a little bit to Nagatoro. I know you said you were looking forward to Nagatoro season 2. So I finished season 1 today and it was better than I thought it would. It's definitely one of those where it's like you got to get into it a little bit. You like at first I thought I was just gonna hate it because it's the similar gimmick of like, oh, this girl teasing the main character, this over again. But no, it's really like you could tell Nagatoro loves her senpai, loves him. It's just that she can't just blurt out and say, "Yo, I love you," because that defeats the whole purpose. That's what a lot of anime is. It's like the purpose is you want to build it, and you can't build it if you just instantly say what you feel. That's not the fun no more. And I can get what that means now. It's like you gotta build it. If you don't build it, it's already a defeat. Let it build slowly. Let me get a little bit more of these chips now since it's mm-hmm. I believe when they went to the RPG aspect, you can hear them. Has anyone here checked the redo of the? Oh my! Oh! Oh! Oh man! Redo of healer. Oh! Oh man! Yeah, it built it. It's truly redo a healer is built different more than anything else. It's built different. But the thing is, I don't blame the MC. Everything he did, I was rooting. I was rooting for him. Because that's how you're supposed to act. Oh, you treat me like garbage? You treat me like a person that ain't gonna do much? You treat me like crumbs? I got you. And when he did all that, justified. Absolutely justified. I loved every single minute of when he got his revenge. Because that's what's supposed to happen. Now, of course, his stuff ain't the most, sane method. But you get his method. 100% you get his method. Because you ain't supposed to have somebody just disrespect you like that. I can't help but feel bad for the MC. Exactly. That MC dealt with a rough life. And when he got his revenge, including with the stuff he did at the end, I started clapping. That's what needed to happen. I started clapping. The METHOD man. METHOD man. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Don't fucking sugarcoat it and be like, oh, I'm supposed to turn the other cheek. No, sometimes you don't do that. And it's okay to not always agree to what an MC does. Yeah, not always. Would I do it? No, I turn the other way. But I always see it as you respect the morals. Cheek. Oh man, you son of a bitch. Oh man. Oh yeah, seeing his methods for revenge was a highlight, and seeing how each time he keeps falling into the cycle, but it also fuels him and keeps him moving forward. Yeah, you definitely see like everything he's doing. It's like, oh man, I really gotta stoop to this level. But all you noise dealt with, sometimes you gotta just stoop to that evil side, because like many people say, even in that one Fate Stay Night movie, dude said, uh, good people or people of heaven try to smith with demons or do like evil stuff, and people who are like the most evil individuals sometimes cling to like good things and good deeds. We all have that. You got to have a blend of good and evil. Not everyone is always like a saint. Not any person is like a 100% saint but God. And there's times where in many anime, the gods in their universe are even more corrupted. Apparently, I heard there's another intense anime called Goblin. Woo! 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 Goblin Slayer isn't as Goblin Slayer is like, it's not the craziness on Redo of the Healer's level. It's in its own way. Redo of the Healer was like lewd, sex, and all that. Goblin Slayer was gore, gore, gore. That's all it was. Shout! You would have thought Rhino was in attendance because it was a bunch of gore. Thing, and they said now Fujifilm Shield Hero was as ass because he got a slave that's tamed compared to the healer. That's the, like, dude from Redo the Healer wiped one of the. Let's just process this for a second of how it's insanity what he did, but it's justified. He gets the first girl, right? The sister of the main antagonist, puts her down, breaks her hands, makes her do it again. Fully does the whole sequence. He does the R word to her, rhyming with tape. He does that to her. He gives her the R word that rhymes with tape. And then he says, "Hey," he puts a rod on fire. He says, "Hey, you want mine or this one? Make your choice." He proceeds to do her in, puts her to a mirror, puts his hand on her face, wipes her entire memory. That is gangster levels of craziness. Find gore more worse than lose stuff. Yeah, you know, if I could definitely see that. That's how I put it. I put it as, if you're more into gore as like the most like crazy thing you've seen, Goblin Slayer. And this isn't even talking. Goblin Slayer is just patty cake shit, right? It's patty cake stuff compared to Fist of the North Star, and definitely compared to Rikio. If you watch any Rikio movie, manga, even the animated not animated, because I think they both have one and two for the animated movies, but the live action one, Rikio is nuts, bro. Nuts. The violence you see there will make Goblin Slayer look like nothing. I guarantee you. I say this from the bottom of my heart. If you watch Rikio, it makes Goblin Slayer's violence look like kid play. It's insanity. It's insanity. That whole one, it's not for the weak of heart. It's never even remotely for the weak of heart when you look at mess like that. But yeah, I always say Fist of the North Star 2, which has more love, respectfully so. It's supposed to have more love because more people know about it. It's definitely supposed to be like, the biggest gems in the universe, but there's a lot of gore anime that people don't even remember. It's like they don't even remember, or they don't want to process. There's some real crazy mess back then. Redo of the Healer is the most insane with how much they focus on like the sexual side. From what I heard from a friend, the big stuff from Goblin Slayer mostly happens in episode 1. The rest is more chill, definitely. Though for Redo, they really made the uncensored version as close to the to an anime without being what. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the uncensored is just anime. If you watch the uncensored, they're just doing it. They're just doing it. If you watch the censored is like, oh, that's like etchy type of stuff. They get into it almost, but they ain't doing nothing. Uncensored, they doing it. And I was looking like, yo, that's insane how they just have no fear of that. If you watch a redo of Healer, might as well go and say, facts. That's exactly why when it comes to stuff like that, I am shocked H word heaven is not there. That should definitely be up there still, because that's where it should surface. Because that's definitely the pacifist of where it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be on television, and I think it's never supposed to be on television. You don't watch redo of Healer on television, because you're gonna get caught by your parents, and you will be getting questions. You might even get grounded if you're in a strict family. Never watch that on television. Watch it on your phone. Watch it in the privacy of your own home. The only reason that it's not anime is no, there's no real view of the low. You're right. That's definitely a thing that I was thinking about once you said that. They don't really show the lore. Except for the FC gives a yes. And it's the quickest. It's the quickest slap. It's just like, hey, yo, you disrespect me? Alright, cool. Fire! It is like, yo, wait. That's the funniest thing I saw. Cause she was so fearful. She was so fearful that the smack happens. Barely visible and quick. Yeah, it's like razor fast. They make sure. But even if it was at that level, they was still, like blurry. It was still definitely blurry. Cause even when you watch anime, they blurred the whole lower part. Which is, I mean, I get it. But come on now. Just show it. I'm like, me personally, I don't get it. But eventually we will. Eventually. We'll get why they do stuff like that. But there's also points where anime has better story than actual anime. The anime that I always put in question when it comes to that, and like you can tell it's more like homey. What's that anime with the girl with the split tongue? What's that anime with the girl with the split tongue? Y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Muramata-san. Muramata-san. Mm. I don't know why that. I don't know why that anime. I always see it. It just does something different every time. But mm. Ah, yeah, Duck and Romper. Yeah. I remember playing games for it. And I think the unfortunate thing is the first time I got into the franchise of Danganronpa, it was Ultra Despair Girls. But it was because at the time I was dealing with a lot of depression and I could relate, I guess. And I and when I was 15, I had a massive crush on Komaru Naeki. Huge crush on a girl like her. Like when I look back, I was like, I love you so much, girl. Why do you have to deal with this? I think the censorship is because of strange Japanese laws. I mean, the upper girl parts and also the rears of the characters is still allowed. Yeah, yeah, it is. There's some anime that does show it, but I think they get away with it because they're probably the most higher up. But there are definitely some that they still show it. So far, I played Danganronpa 1 and 2. Ultra Despair Girls would be up next. I will say Ultra Despair Girls, while I do like the actual mechanic of being, like, normal. Also, yeah, I forgot to say, my bad, man. What's up, White Latino? How you doing? Good to see you. Sorry, I was just so deep and invested into what you said with Danganronpa. I really need to. Oh yeah, Toko. Hey, is that Toko? I don't think it is, but that looks like it. No, that's her. No, that's her. uh, Toko scared to. I'm like, I kind of like her, but I love Genocide Jack. They will stick it. Let camisa. Oh the Lord. Oh man. Oh man, Jesus. That Oh shit. Oh man, that's ooh, the story of that. Jesus. Man. But this I'm definitely gonna do this more. Just mukbang, just to hang out and chill and stuff like this. Cause man, this feels good. I found something with this. They give the sticker, sir. Give the sticker, sir. Sounded like my cakes, sir, sir. Like, grab me that sticker. But sir, I thought that grab me the sticker. Oh, oh Jesus! Now I got to just have to kick it and bull off right now. So get in. It's right. Probably about now. 'Cause this is all like the fun and zestiness I got. Cause I don't want to stay too long. I don't want to overstate my welcome. So what anime have you guys been watching? Oh, I could go for at least a few more minutes with this. So what anime have you guys been watching from the summer 2022 season? Uh, Summer 2022 season. Not really much. I haven't been watching too much anime. What I definitely will watch, since I know it's up, is that Tekken Bloodline. I'm watching that. I'm definitely gonna watch that. Cause I did not know it was out already. I don't know if I want to watch it now though, or if I want to wait so I can binge watch it. But I definitely want to see that. Cause when Tekken it has like an anime, I'm like, sign me up right now. That is glorious. It's glorious. And I love it with every fiber of my being. I need more of that. Just like how Virtual Fighter had an anime. Street Fighter didn't have an anime. It had OVAs and they had a cartoon, weirdly enough. But Mortal Kombat had a cartoon, so although Mortal Kombat having a cartoon makes sense, Street Fighter cartoon? Nah, man. Nah, bruh. You gotta make it an anime. Like, Mortal Kombat's made by Ed Boon. It's an American. Street Fighter, Tekken, Virtual Fighter. If there's a Bloody Roar anime, which there's definitely not going to be, but any of those things made by Japanese people, you watch Japanese. You make it a Japanese anime or cartoon. Nice. I've been watching a good amount of stuff, but so far, the one I've liked the most is. Let's see. Look at this recall because I know that's. Oh yeah. You did tell me about that. That's what. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh yeah, the I call it the lesbian anime. That's what it seems like without it actually being it. It just seems like a lesbian anime. I'm not gonna hold you. Also, I love how they have that moment where they just randomly pick her up. Though, like they showed the episode of that. Yeah. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably not. Recoil is probably not anything to do with lesbians at all. Just looks like it. If you see it, it looks like it. That's it. Probably not. Looks like it. That's it. I think the only thing that I did watch back, and I had that on the tip of, it was like the tip of my tongue and on my mind before I saw that. I forgot the anime, and I hate that because I know I watched it. So far in the 4 episodes I've seen, no real Yuri in it, but it could happen. Either way, the animation and art have been great. Story has also been interesting as well. Yeah, that's a good thing. The story is always interesting. The show is gonna be interesting because if it's a terrible story, it's not gonna go that far. Also, let me think about it for a second. I know what I needed to do. I didn't talk about the other anime, the sports anime. I didn't do none of that this time around. How did I go all this way without talking about Hajime no Ippo or Megalobox? What is wrong with me? We have a few minutes. I did not even once talk about Hajime no Ippo. I feel gutted in myself not doing that. Let's have a few minutes to talk about that, shall we? Have just a few minutes to talk about how godlike Hajime no Ippo is, real quick. Yeah, he was basically talking about like anime in general. Like just any anime you saw so far. Just stuff like that. But I'm gutted I didn't talk about Hajime no Ippo for a real quick second. So let's pause the music real quick so I could just explain to you all my love for this godlike anime. Um Hajime no Ippo is, in my opinion, how most anime should be. It has very realistic fighting styles and moments, but they always make a slight tweak to make it cartoonish. I love that so much. This is why I love Baki. I love Baki so much, but I think even Baki at times, like I loved Ippo before I loved Baki, so I gotta give Ippo a little bit more respect. I love the fact that Ippo does not always win. Even though I would, if Ippo won a lot and was like Takamura, I would like it. But the reason I like Takamura being that way is because he's supposed to be that type of like crazy, insane, undefeated tough guy. Unless Takamura lost, if he lost in the anime, I'm gonna be gutted. I'm gonna be real gutted if he lost in the anime, but I don't think he did. What are your thoughts on Comey can't communicate? Oh, I love it. I love. You know what's funny about that? Comey can't communicate is the opposite of my dress up darling. Yet I love both. I love both. I love the God the I th- is it Gyaru? Yeah, the Gyaru type character in Marin. But I also like Comey being the shy, like uncommunicative type of character too. I love both of them because they both work in different roles. Comey is the type of person where it's like I really got to understand and fully dig down deep in why I love this girl. My dress up darling is the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite. Marin tried to get to know the MC more. It's like, oh, I love this dude a lot more. I love him with all my being. And Gojo is like, yo, I love you too, but why almost? Like I'm scared. I'm scared. Um. Also, I'm shocked. Notice you didn't talk about Shikamori, cause we we saw that anime too, and that's it's definitely a good anime to watch as well, just for the arc that she has to go to like her MC. And a lot of people hate the MC for Shikamori. I didn't know it was such a. I don't know if it's visceral hate, but I didn't know it was such a strong hate or disliking for the character of Izumi. But I guess it's like he's too normal and stuff like that. But I don't know why that's a problem, considering his normalness gets him into. He's basically the damsel in distress, the male version. Izumi is the damsel in distress male version, and Shikimori is supposed to be his protection. If it was the other way around, I don't think anybody would care that much. If it was the other way around, I highly doubt people would care. But because it's a main character acting like that, you could definitely tell they hated on it. I also remembered learning Nazumi's gender. The gender is really Najimi. Najimi's gender is just Najimi. Like they prefer themselves as they them. Like it's just Najimi. It's something. All right. I think Shikimori is good, and Umi is fine. He's unlucky as he's unlucky as fuck, and used all of his good luck to get with Shikimori. Proved in there, he proved in there he got some game. He got game. He got game. That's all I could give him. He got game. Najimi is just like Hideyoshi, Rabaka, and Oh man, yes, yes, he is. He he is. I think he's like the less perverted Hideyoshi. Izumi is and now I can understand the reason why. Because even though Hideyoshi was basically unlucky as all hell, he had more character. He was more perverted. That's I could guess why. But I still don't think that's a reason to hate a character so much. But then again, I hate tsundere, so I can't judge people for what they like and what they dislike. So, and when I mean tsundere, I mean just the like the let's just break the ice on this. Tsunderes, the only thing that I hate that tsunderes do is when you instantly punch somebody like 900 feet in the air, and you just and it's for no reason. If it's for no reason, I hate that more. You have to have a reason for most of the stuff you do. Rias punching um punching the main boy makes sense. He did something wrong, you gotta pay for it. But there's so many tsunderes that punch people for no reason. Also, why does it have to be a punch, a kick, or anything like that? Why can't you just scream at them and make them feel bad and just have to be like, hey, I'm sorry, okay? And you do your little pouting motions, you do your little and then you just walk away. Why can't you just do that? You always have to punch, kick, headbutt, throw, like do a tiger knee and stuff like that. To do stuff like that, you got to do a shoryuken to an individual. That don't make no sense to me. That don't make sense to me. But I never know. If you like tsunderes, more power to you. I'm not here to judge you if you like them. I'm just here to say I personally cannot stand most tsunderes because they all act the same at most points to me. They all act the same. Lois from Familiar Zero definitely had her moments where I was like, what is wrong with you? Luis. You just like, what are you doing? Yes, yes, yes. It's like, what are you doing? That's the girl you talked about with the picket. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you. Oh, I'm glad you know this. You know what's the best scene that I always go to of how tsundere should be treated like? The first, the first episode of Ladies versus Butlers. I love that moment. The first episode. The twin tail tsundere girl instantly makes dude feel like nothing. That dude lays it in on her and tells her, "You ain't all that. You ain't hot shit. You ain't nothing." He instantly claps back at her. She gets embarrassed. She tries to do something else. That whole sequence, I loved. I almost stabbed. I almost stood up and clapped. I couldn't really do that much because I'm at home and people gonna look at me like, "What the fuck are you clapping at, boy?" I'm like, it's something else, something personal. You ain't gonna understand. But I clap at stuff like that because that's how it's supposed to work. If a tsundere gets too out of line, you put them in place. When Naruto at that one scene, when Sakura was treating Naruto like absolute dog feces, and she instantly said, "Yo, I love you," and he instantly shot her down, the best moment. He instantly shot her down. That I actually stood up and clapped for. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love that. I instantly clapped for that. I love it. I love moments like that. If you want to be a tsundere, you got to be Stella from I think Calvary no Night was falling for that. Yeah, yeah. It's like, come on. Naruto was at the point where it's like, yo, Hinata, yo, I love you. I'm for you, cause Hinata is what he needed. Hinata is always what he needed, and I'm glad he's with her. Hinata is what he needed. He needed a girl that was like, no matter what crazy stuff you do, I'm here for you. That's what he needed. And Sasuke needs Sakura. Even though he tried to kill her, and she was still falling head over heels for this man. I was like, you trying to end your life. You trying to go for this. I was like, all right. All right. All right. I'm not going to say I hate Sasuke, but I really dislike most of the stuff he did. I dislike a lot of the stuff that Sasuke did, especially in Shippuden. I'm like, you don't get it, bro. World don't evolve around you. But eventually he got his act together. Eventually. And I hate her. Oh. Also called Nimi. Yeah, alright. Let's see. So proud, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't agree with a lot of Sasuke's decisions, but at the end I did understand where he was coming from. Yeah, I definitely understand where he was coming from. Now, for my Naruto fans, I have this one question, and I need all honest answers. I don't want to hear it if it's like you're in the mindset of, oh, you're a villain, I'm supposed to hate you. You're an antagonist, I'm supposed to hate you. I just want to know how you generally feel about this question. Who was the who was the right and who was the wrong in this situation? Sasuke, Itachi. Were you on Team Itachi like I was, or were you on Team Sasuke? Because I ain't going to hold you. I ain't even going to front. I was Team Itachi for a long time. Like, after I knew exactly what Itachi was going through, I was Team Itachi the whole time. Facts! Facts! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! W Itachi, thank you! I was sick of a lot of stuff that Sasuke did. And I was like, yo, Itachi, you the right one. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lewis. I needed that vindication. I was sick of this dude. I say that's a based opinion. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it was just, I mean, with all the stuff with the coup d'etat that the Itachis was gonna do to all the others. Of course, the Uchihas was gonna do a whole murder spree. Yeah, Itachi got to be like, come on, I don't want war. This is stupid. I don't want none of this. But in order to do that, he got to kill them. And even the parents was like, yo, what you doing? It's the right thing. You have a good heart. You have a very good heart. Now, I don't understand why he had to make himself look like the villain for Sasuke. But if that was to give him motivation, I can definitely understand. But still, after that whole situation and I learned his backstory, I'm like, no, Itachi was in the right. I didn't feel bad for when Sasuke was fighting Danzo, though. Oh, yeah. 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 Man. That was a needed ass whooping. That was justifiable. Beautiful, if you will. As Rodan would say from Bayonetta, beautiful. Lovely stuff to see. Lovely stuff. Yeah. Also, what I didn't get to talk about was Jujutsu Kaisen. I know a lot of people are gonna talk about, the main characters and stuff like that. They're gonna get the usual characters of Jujutsu Kaisen. Like the usual badass OG characters, like the cast and stuff like that. You got your Gojo, you got your Yuji, you got Megumi, you got all those individuals, but I don't want to hear about none of that whatsoever. Let's talk about Panda. Let's talk about Panda. Oh my absolute God. Why is he my favorite character? Panda is the truth. I love Gojo too, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to do no diss on Gojo. Gojo and Panda are like neck and neck. I just want to give more about Panda because Panda was on some wild, like, yo, that fight what he had with that Vec robot. Yes. Oh, I want more of him. I want more. When he literally start doing the JoJo, like, Kenshiro type punches, I said, I love him. Love him. Instant. It's day one. Day one, instantly love him. Jujutsu Kaisen is so good because it blends wackiness with serious moments. I don't think many people can craft that as good as they did. It's wackiness with badass moments. Come on now. Come on now. It gotta be a W anime. It's gotta be like the W anime. I can't wait for that to get a season 2 because I'm ready for more of the hypeness. I want so much anime that I really like to come back. Like, I want One Punch Man to come back so we can see the fights that were in the manga. I want to see all the crazy fights. I want to see One Punch Man get to the moment where he's fighting Tatsumi or Tatsumaki. I need to see that. I need to see that. There's so much stuff from it, man. I need to see stuff like that. I need to get down deep inside to get to that moment. But that takes time and stuff like that. And, we have enough time to see it in the future. But, hey, I ain't gonna complain about that. None of that whatsoever. I'm probably gonna end it here now. Like, fully. So we don't get too much into it. So, the 6 people that came here talked to hang out with your boy on the first mukbang episode for the King Kaito Twitch Podcast. See, thank you so much for joining. Jujutsu Kaisen impressed me when they had their first episode. It was an episode that let the people believe something was gonna happen, but then yeah, facts. I love that. I can't wait to see more of it. But yeah, I'm gonna call it out for today. This was absolutely a blast. I expected just 3 people. Yo, 6 people. y'all wonderful. Y'all wonderful. Let me just make sure I give everybody a shout out. First and foremost, Luis Dragoon, Lenios, Pharaoh Horn, aka Process Slayer, Eddie G, and White Latino. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, bowling with your boy on this Thursday edition of the podcast. We're going to be doing a lot more mukbangs. We're going to do one tomorrow. We're going to do one Saturday. We're going to do one Sunday. We're going to do one back Monday about mental awareness. Because, of course, that mental awareness talk is going to be hitting different because, I dealt with a little mental awareness stuff like that. I dealt with a little crazy stuff in my mind. But as you see, I'm good now. I'm good now. And we in here. We bout this life. Shout out to T-Belly. We bout this life. So I'm going to head off right now. I'm going to prepare a little bit. Hang with the boys. And wait for the real OG. The king of this Twitch TV stuff. Teros to be live tonight. For some more FF10. Hope to see y'all there. Have a great day. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And your boy, the KINGKAITO, the King Kaito, is about to sign off and dip out. Peace.